aqua friends, welcome to my channel. Today's fast and fun episode is watercolor sunflowers. The first thing that you have to do is mask out the flowers. You could use masking fluid or in this case I'm using contact paper. And we were working wet on wet. I actually wet both sides of my paper, as you can see. We are going to do the wet on wet watercolor technique on the sky. So this will give us a very, very soft effect with our brush strokes. That's why we wet the paper first. Paint just bleeds into soft, fuzzy edges. And I leave some space for clouds. So as you're putting the blue on, kind of jump around with the blue and leave some areas for the clouds. They'll be very soft. Another way you can make clouds is by using tissue paper and just touching the paper while your paint is still wet will also make you clouds, but they'll be a lot more defined that way. I just wanted a very soft and wispy sky. I'm using cobalt blue, and this is Holbein watercolor. They come in tubes and I just love them. They're very creamy. The paint is very vibrant. And my favorite brushes to use are the Princeton Black Velvet series. I do have some Daniel Smith watercolors as well. They're also very vibrant. The only thing different with Daniel Smith is that they do put additives in their watercolors, and so they spread a lot, so you have less control with them. So I just keep kind of playing around with the sky until I like it. So once that's dry, you can take off your masking fluid for your flowers or whatever you use. I'm just peeling off my adhesive contact paper. Sometimes it does bleed through, especially in small areas like the stems of the flowers, but I just try to use a stiff brush and a clean, stiff, damp brush and wipe over those sections to lift the paint. So the paper that I'm using is the Hahnemühle paper. It is a German paper. I've been using it for the past, I would say, maybe 3 weeks to a month, and it doesn't lift as nicely as the Arches paper, I find. And of course, some colors will be more staining than others. So these sunflowers are actually very interesting because we are looking at them from the bottom up and seeing the underside of them. So I am taking some very nice warm yellows. I have quinacridone gold, and I also have, sorry about the bird. My daughter just got home, so he's kind of going crazy. All right, well anyways, and I also used ISO Yellow Deep. So notice I am using my brush and doing the brush strokes in the direction that the petals are going. While it's still wet, I'm bringing in a little bit more vibrancy with my quinacridone gold. So basically this layer is adding in the colors for the flowers. So we're going to go around, do all the petals, and we'll also do the underside of the stem. Sunflowers are probably my favorite flower to paint. They're very pretty, and I just love the fall feeling when it comes to the sunflowers. If you guys are getting value out of this video and you like my artwork, please think about subscribing and hitting the notification button so that you don't miss any of the videos. I post every Tuesday. So by the time I was done that last flower, I decided to go around and add the same colors all over again because it pretty much dried on me. The colors are very soft and the sky is really nice and bright, so in order to compete and have the flowers be the center of attention, they definitely needed another coat of yellow. This is just a very cute little mini painting, and I'm just having fun with it. I'm not putting a whole lot of detail in here. Adding in the stems, I'm starting off with leaf green mixed with some sap green, just a very watery version. So I kind of like that bleeding effect that's happening, but if it goes too much into the yellow, you could always dab it off with a piece of tissue. Okay, so now on our second layer, I'm deepening up the green color for the stems. I'm just trying to clean up my edges a little bit. There's a nice contrast, a nice deep colors on the underside of these flowers. So as soon as we start to put in more color under there, it really starts to come together. So these layers, the last two layers for the flowers, we've been working wet on dry watercolor technique. So you notice that our brush strokes are defined, they're not fuzzy and soft. I am now using ISO Yellow Deep. Just to get those a little darker on the underside of where the shadows are. So I'm just building up these petals by applying more of my ISO yellow. So overall, this is just a very fast painting. Happy flowers kissing the sky. With some very nice, bold, in-your-face yellow to grab your attention. Let me know what you guys think of this tutorial in the comments below. See you next week.